What's this rubbish? More of this ridiculous election nonsense. Oh no. Are we doing an election special? I suppose I'd better actually read some of this. Sir Augustus Thistlebottom from the Capital Heritage Party. I have been pleased to be your elected representative for over 15 years. Well, that's not much of a selling point. This province is in a terrible state, and this half-wit has been the cause of most of those problems, with his drunken parties and his imbecilic policies. Does he even have a manifesto here? Here it is. We pledge to cut your taxes by reducing spending on superfluous services such as street maintenance, economical habitation, and universal health care. Well, I suppose that all seems quite reasonable. If I paid tax, I would certainly prefer to pay less of it. We will offer preferential legislation to favoured associates in the financial and corporate sectors, enabled, of course, by disadvantageous regulation for less fiscally focused ventures. Typical politicians. I'm not even sure what that means. It does sound very impressive, though. We will introduce a programme of genealogically informed pigmentation of the haemoglobin at the genetic level to enable easy class identification and reduce undesirable social mobility. They literally want to have blue blood. I do like blue, and it will probably go very well with my outfit. Now then, what's this one? Eliza Markswell from the Collectivist Equity Assembly. Well, that sounds awful already. We will expand social welfare programmes to support those in need through ruthless taxation of the elite classes. Good luck with that. We will enshrine robust protections for workers in law, giving the right to fair wage, safe working conditions, and the right to lynch employers who do not meet our impossible standards. Sounded quite good up until that last bit. We will maintain the safety and security of our citizens through the use of incentivised human intelligence and technological monitoring solutions. Individuals that pose a risk to our societal utopia will quickly be re-educated or removed. Interesting. I'm not sure it goes far enough, though. Actual mind control will be far more effective. No need to risk independent thought by the pros. Now then, who's this? Colin, spelt with a Y. Colin Robinson. Robinson is also inexplicably spelt with a Y. He's from the National Inclusive Progressive Syndicate. That makes an interesting acronym. We will commission modern musical artists to create remixes of the national anthem, aiming to make it more appealing to younger generations and foster patriotism. Poppycock. We will introduce an annual event where every cultural, historical or fictional festival is celebrated simultaneously in an enormous, inclusive extravaganza. Well, I suppose that's all fun and games until the necromancers, multi-level marketing salespeople and cross-stitchers want to get involved. What's this last one? We will repaint all zebra crossings and crosswalks in vibrant, multicoloured designs to represent the diversity of the population and celebrate inclusivity. These candidates are all thoroughly underwhelming. They lack ambition. No one is ever going to take over the world with fiscal regulation and rainbow crosswalks. They need to be more aggressive and domineering, like me. I wonder...
Please stand by for a party political broadcast by Malik the Maleficent.
Good day. I am Malik the Maleficent, breaker of the Ringlemort, summoner of the Grim Streaker, and master of the Rat Colossus. I am delighted to announce my candidacy for this election. While my abysmal adversaries offer pitiful policies and measly manifestos, I simply offer order and control. In these times of turmoil and uncertainty, only strong, decisive leadership can restore order and security. I stand before you today to offer a path forward, one that harnesses the power of sorcery and the necessary force of discipline to ensure our society's survival and prosperity. My enemies will be silenced, dissenters will be tortured, and my allies will be mind-controlled. I will reward loyalty by not killing you. Vote for Malach the Maleficent.
Sir Thistlebottom, how will you address corruption in government?
Well, as I have stated before, an unregulated, incentive-based legislative influence framework will enable us to provide unparalleled, agile stimulus to our policy structure.
I see. And Ms. Maxwell, the same question? As has been demonstrated by socialist governments around the world, all state officials will be fully indoctrinated into our collectivist programme, and we will simply have no corruption. Thank you. And Mr. Robinson?
We are inclusive of all approaches to governing.
So you will allow corruption?
Of course. It's not for us to invalidate the choices of our friends in any walk of life.
OK. And finally, Melvin the manicurist.
Malach the Maleficent.
My apologies, Mr. Maleficent. Now, how would you deal with corruption in government? Thank you. In fourth place, with 4 votes, Colin Robinson, representing the National Inclusive Progressive Syndicate. In third place, with 26 votes, Sir Augustus Thistlebottom from the Capital Heritage Party. In second place, with 32 votes, Mrs. Eliza Maxwell, representing the Collectivist Equity Assembly. I can therefore declare the winner of this election, with 412 votes precisely, is Malik the Maleficent of the Self-Interest Party.
Thank you. I will now take questions.
Malach, what is the first thing you'll do when you take control of the province?
I imagine I will have a cup of tea. Perhaps with some cake? Fruitcake, yes. I do like fruitcake. The kind with big cherries in it.
What I meant to say was, what will you do about the poor state of the welfare system, education, transport networks and economy?
Oh, I imagine they can take care of themselves. Aren't there people whose job it is to do that?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Yeah, you won the election. Now it's your job to fix the country, with, politics and legislation and stuff.
That doesn't sound like much fun. Well, I suppose I'll step down then. Goodbye.
As the leading candidate has withdrawn from the proceedings, I guess that leaves, Ms. Eliza Maxwell, representing the Collectivist Equity Assembly, as the new leader. Ms. Maxwell?
How does it feel to be the new
What will you
leader?
do first? How will you address the fundamental inequality of our society?
Velocity of new tax private schools.
What sort
What
of cake
will
will you have with your
address
tea?
the fundamental
Why aren't you as
inequality of
much
our
fun as
society?
Malik the
New
Maleficent?
tax private
Velocity of an
schools.
unladen swallow.